If you're walking the Te Araroa Trail north to south, the first real stretch of track isn't actually track. It's sand, 90-mile beach. Now, you know it's not actually 90 miles, it's 55 miles. So someone screwed that one up. But whatever way you look at it, it's a good long haul.
You know, the thing about Te Araroa is its diversity. You know, I'll be crossing harbours, canoeing down rivers, trekking through the bush. Fantastic. And here I am, picking tuatua on 90 Mile Beach. You know, this reminds me of when I was a little kid doing this with my parents. Fantastic, man. And they always taught me, never go to somebody's house without taking a koha or some food. And I reckon I've done well. You know, this is a special place for the people from here, the people from Aotearoa. And I reckon it's special even if you don't come from here. That'll do.
"49 kilometres into the hikoi down Te Araroa a Tohe, you hit Hukatere. For your average walker, you're probably looking at least 4 days. Just long enough to get a few blisters, a bit of chafing and a bit of sunburn. And I reckon it's the perfect time to meet a friendly face or two." So, Gabby, what's a nice German girl like you doing in a place like this? Even though it's a lovely place. But what brought you here?
What brought me here? I just fell in love with the place, I suppose, and stayed here.
Were you holidaying?
Yeah, I was holidaying here.
So that's what you do. You look after people on the trail, a bit like yours truly.
Yes. Uncle is wonderful helper.
Yeah.
He's filling in and, you know, he's absolutely great and he loves it here.
Engari matua e rongo au e mohi ana tēnei wahine ki te kōrero Maori.
O ai,
Tikana tēnā?
Ai, nāna tēnā kai ea.
So...
Kanu te tino mātou ki te reo.
Ai, nā wai koe ako ki te reo.
Ko ako te reo I te wānanga o te roa.
Ai. Fantastic. Yeah. And with our matua here, e kōrero ana kōrua ngā wā katoa?
Yeah, sometimes there's some guests here and we didn't want to say something in front of them and then we kōrero Maori together.
That's sneaky,
Yeah.
but I like it.
But it's good. And they look at us. Whoa.
What are they saying?
They look at us. And then they'll be apologetic for not learning themselves, you see.
Yeah, fake. So the horses, that's a big part of what's happening here. And matua, that's something you've been doing for years, ne?
Yeah. You know, in Te Hapua, way back in the 30s and the 40s, we had no vehicles. We had nothing, no motor cars whatsoever. We didn't even have a push bike. And horses were the only things that we had. But the problem was, the whole country had no fences in it. So if you had a horse, it could take you a week to find a damn thing. Yeah. So by treating your horse with a lot of respect, we found in the early days, they will always come to a call.
Good relationships.
Yep. I mean, you treated the horse better than you did your mum and dad.
Yeah.
You know, your brothers and your sisters, because you didn't need them to come over to you. They were there all the time. But the horse, mate, you had to be gentle and kind to him. And you always had a little bit of bread. You know, you can be starving, but a little bit of bread in your hand and give him a bit of taste, and he'd stay there and lick your hand all day long. Get up. Huh? Get up.
So, Gabby, you call him uncle, and he is like your uncle, isn't he? He's a pretty amazing guy for 79.
Oh, yeah, he is. And with horses, he is brilliant.
Yeah. I heard his secret is his cup of tea.
Yes. I don't know anybody has 3 bags of tea in a cup and about 4 sugars and milk. That's sweet, eh?
Naughty, eh?
Yeah.
Naughty. Look at him. Fancy that, a man of his age. 79 and behaving like a 25-year-old. He's the man. Now, I actually heard in the grapevine that you're a nurse, but you're not a nurse, but you say you help so many people.
Oh, you just about have to be one.
Yeah.
With the blisters, you know, lots of people come with blisters because they have heavy bags and stuff. And you know, they're kind of heroes, aren't they? I mean, they come here, they have done 70 Ks, and they really think that's, you know, they're exhausted.
Yeah.
Some of them say, oh, it's finished, I'm finished, I cannot walk anymore. When the next day they had a rest, they had a foot bath, and they had a,
And
you
you're
know,
built up there.
yeah, ego. And then, they go again.
Yeah.
No, that's good, and they're wonderful people.
The motivation behind learning te reo.
Oh, yeah. My intention was to relate to the people.
Yeah.
And so if I go to Italy, for example, I learn Italian or French, I learn a bit of French. And now I live in New Zealand, of course I had to learn Maori. And then you understand the culture, and you can relate to people.
Yeah. And
it's
the way
nice.
they think even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you understand more. The wit.
They're cheeky, basically.
Yeah, cheeky. Yeah.
Of
But
metaphor.
wonderful, you know, I love it. It's a light, it's not so heavy, it's light, a lightness.
Yeah.
Take life easy and, you know, cheerful, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of people are doing the trail, though? I mean, you know, are New Zealanders experiencing the trail? I mean, quite
Yes.
often it's the overseas people, but, you know, what...
We got Americans, Australians, Kiwis, lots of Kiwis too, you know, have them too. I had one Maori coming through.
Well, two now.
Yeah, two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
One Maori?
Yes.
Was lost, was he?
Now, how am I?
Look at this
Big
guy.
variety.
Isn't he amazing?
Yeah, he's really good with horses. He got
Good
that
boy.
experience and the patience, and I think the horses can read their mind. I don't know. They
Come on.
know. They just
Come on.
know.
Come on.
We cannot fool them.
Good boy. Good boy. Good fella. Good boy.
But I was about to find out horses weren't the only creatures Uncle Hone had a special way with.
So, the obvious thing is there's two of us in one suit, and I've got the suit. Are you quite comfortable like
Yes,
that?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done quite a lot of it without a suit.
Right.
In the summertime, because those things are so hot.
Yeah. It's hard to work, eh?
Yeah, it's hard to work in them. And not only that, in the wintertime, once you get wet in them, mate, they're a shocker. Yeah.
Have you ever been stung, though?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have been stung.
Right. There's one there.
yeah.
You're getting attacked, mate.
Yeah, if you leave them alone, then they're not going to hurt you.
Right.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
They only sting you
Okay.
because you hurt them.
Right.
It's like working with the horses, you know, you hurt them and they'll play up.
That's right.
And the hive is the same thing.
Man. They have been busy, eh?
Very busy, mate.
Yeah.
Yep.
The whole bee phenomena is quite a big thing in the north, isn't it? Well, throughout the country.
It never used to be, but over the last 5 to 10 years, it has improved.
Yeah.
We now realise how important Manuka honey is.
Yep.
And that's what's made it so popular.
Because the word is that some of our bees are dying off.
Yes, that could be true, but if they're looked after properly,
Yep.
you'll find they don't die off.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like everything else that's got nature to do with it. Nature looks after them.
Yeah, looks
Not
after
us.
itself. Yeah.
Not us.
Yeah, that's a lot
Okay.
of honey in there, eh?
Oh, huge amount of honey in there.
And they're starting to get slightly... Oh.
Okay.
No.
You all right? Pull the hood over. Pull the hood right over your head. Pull the...
Yeah.
Okay. Now you look like a beekeeper.
Now I feel like a beekeeper. Do you think it's maybe I was too loud, or maybe it was just I was giving off a bad vibe that I was
Well,
brutally attacked by this bee?
Yeah, could be.
You know what? You know what? I'm going back to Marmite.
It's amazing how quickly we can hurt ourselves. And it's not the bees that's going to hurt us, it's ourselves. Only
So,
because...
Uncle,
Yes?
do you actually eat honey yourself?
Yes, all the time, mate.
Right.
Yeah. Can get
Hey,
a bit of-
Matua, all I
Aye.
need is for my face to get even fatter.
They don't harm you at all, bro. Honestly.
No.
Just kidding, Uncle. I'm not scared of a few little bees.
Matua, they say that honey was used by the old people, you know, mo te rongoa ne, you know,
Aye,
for
aye.
medicine.
Aye. But they used it only for children, and they used it only on rash skin. you know.
Okay.
If you had huckies, they would use it on that.
Yeah.
Eh? And if the girl had a baby had rash on her face and that sort of thing, they would use it for that.
And of course, honey is one of the few foods that doesn't go ko e piro, it doesn't go off.
Ko.
Yeah.
You know, we've harvested honey here and sold it 3 years later.
Yep.
And it hasn't crystallised or anything.
Beautiful.
And people love it just the same.
Yeah.
And I keep telling people all the time that Manuka honey from the north here is the best in the world.
Of course.
Whether I'm telling the truth or not, I don't know.
Doesn't matter, I'm supporting you. Look, if you ever need any help with your beehives in the future, don't call me, mate.
Kia ora, bro.
After a hard day laying my life on the line for television, it's time for me to cook up the tuatuas I gathered earlier and share them with my hosts. While my new German friend puts the finishing touches to her portrait of the best-looking guest who's ever stayed at Hukatere, I want to show her that I can kōrero German as well as she can kōrero Maori.
Hey, Gabby, I'm so impressed with your ability to kōrero Maori. I've practiced a song that's got a bit of German in it.
Wow.
Listen to this.
Pai.
Okay, kia ora, kia ora.
Yeah.
Can't you see I love you? Do not break my heart in two. 'Cause I'm not made of wood, and I don't have a wooden heart. Here's a German. Musiden, zum städtele hinaus, städtele hinaus, und mein Schatz bleibt hier.
When mea te pune, maka mea mai koe he mea tākaro, kia hau, tika anu wera kōrero, langi kia hau, he mea nui I taimai a mātou tupua ke ana, ne? A koe ea te mea, he pune nā ke ano, wera mea katoa, koe wera wa mātou nei, kai waiata, kai kōrero, wera mea katoa.
Kia ora, uncle. Ka pai ne?
Tino pai. Tūmeke.
Mate, we're going to make the big time.